It's me. I've been away for a while. I'm back.
Hey, yo, B!
Yo, B, yo, can you get the ice tray out the freezer? I got some popsicles sitting in there resting. Welcome to the Just Bake channel. I am that young plastic. Nigga, what?
And I am his co-host,
Kareem.
Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS. Yes. And we'd like to welcome you to the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast, episode 19 up in this month. 19, where they start talking back a little bit.
Yeah.
Where they start acting like they know everything.
Yeah, I'm moving
They
out.
start exactly, but they still under your health insurance,
Right,
motherfuckers.
and I'm gonna come back on weekends to do my laundry. It's that 19 shit. I was there, shit. And my first joint, I was like, I'm out of here. But I'll be back though. I'm gonna do this laundry. You still got that laundry? Can I borrow some laundry soap? You got $20 I can borrow?
Right, I'm out of here, but I don't really know how to take care of myself yet. But what we have here, if this is your first time joining us, this is Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Watermelon being the black man, Pumpkin being
right
the white
on.
man.
Solid.
And we get together once a week and discuss the happenings of the week. And you can watch us on YouTube if you're watching us right now. We appreciate it. You can listen to us on everywhere that you can listen to podcasts, Stitcher, Apples. Apples.
Apples are good. Hey.
Listen, if you go to a Grove,
We'll be set up there with a table and two mics.
what is Apple picking? What is Apple picking?
What is-
And you can follow us on, like I said, you can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Overcast,
Yep,
Spotify,
Spotify.
pretty much anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. We are on there, and you can watch us on the video cast on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend that it's them again.
Ooh,
And hit up this hotline. You can call or text 203-594-6977. We're trying to find out where people are listening from. So if
Where?
you're a listener out there, man, call or text 203-594-6977. It's free, of course. We're not charging nobody nothing for nothing.
Take that.
You call in. You're not going to hear somebody actually pick up. It's going to be a recording letting you know that you have reached the hotline of Watermelon versus Pumpkin.
Right, air it out.
Air it out. Exactly.
Yeah, air it out.
Leave a message. Drop some knowledge if you got some. Talk some shit. Let us know if you need something promoted. Let us know if you got an album coming out. Let us know if you got a podcast, because I know you got a podcast. So if you want us to promote your podcast while we're on our podcast, we can podcast.
Double podcast. And if you niggas
podcast.
even I have a fear of like, well, I don't even know English. I don't know, put it in German. I can put it in Chinese. We'll try our best.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I
that's
mean?
like we said, we got the text feature.
We got
You know
the
what I mean?
text
So you can
feature.
text it in 203-594-6977. This is Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Also hit the website Watermelon VS Pumpkin.com. We up in this mug. Like I said, we 19 episodes deep.
On them niggas.
And we
balls.
appreciate you people listening out there. We know that we got a couple people subscribed. The YouTube has hit over 100 subscribers. I think we're at 101 or 102 right now. And like we said, man, to big people, it don't mean shit. But to us, it means everything.
Nigga, that's every bit of that food that's coming in this koi pond. Koi pond. I'm just trying to be a big fish in life. It's just whatever. Shout out to the kois, man. You know the koi fish represents strength in the community. That's what
And
else.
horrible tattoos on plenty of white people.
I think that was like the go-to.
I'm just gonna get a fish.
I think I don't know if that was like in the 90s too. You know what was big like in the 90s? Koi fish tattoos and fucking dragon tattoos.
Yeah.
How many niggas are walking around with a busted dragon tattoo?
Yeah.
Just get a dragon. You get a dragon. In Chinese letters that they have no idea
Right.
what the fuck the shit says.
I wonder how many Chinese, or not even Chinese, but how many tattoo artists were just like, yeah, you're getting Big Mac in Chinese letters on your fucking back. We're not playing around with this bullshit.
Dick sandwich. We're gonna do dick sandwich here,
Right.
And tell the nigga it means strength and honor. Like, oh, that's what that means.
I'm too neurotic for it, man. I don't have any tattoos because I
like
know that I would just hate it the next day. And the only thing that I could think about really because I think too far into the future of like, the rest of my life decision type
Right,
thing.
right.
Like I can't make that. Like I remember all through high school when they were just like, "What do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I'm like, I have to ask permission to go to the fucking bathroom right now. And
Let's
then
work on that.
yeah, and then fucking tomorrow it's now you got to choose whatever you want to do for the rest of your life at fucking age 15. And I'm
Right,
like,
right.
I can't do this.
It's a lot
I don't
of fucking
know this
pressure,
shit.
man. I just want to play this game real quick.
Yeah. So that's like
Play with my
me
friends.
with the tattoo game. Like you, I understand. Like you have a tattoo of your daughter, stuff like that. And for me, and believe me, I'm not comparing them, but the only thing I could ever think of is like my dead dogs. You know what I mean?
Right,
Something
right.
like that I know.
I mean,
there would
Boomer. Get Boomer on the back.
Exactly. there would never be a time where I would just be like, well, I hate that I got my dog's name tattooed or my
Right.
dog's face tattooed on
Right.
me. Like that would be.
I mean, some people get some things of like people they're big fans of. Like I got a Michael Jackson tattoo. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like Michael too, but I don't know if I want to put him on my skin. You know,
Right.
I mean, I like it. I like the art of it. You know, I got 3 tattoos, and it's funny because when I had the first one was right here. Me and my brothers, all our brothers, you know, we all got the same tattoo for our older brother of ours that was killed back when I was 14 in '94. So we all had the same template, same tattoo. Older brother, my brother that's 2 years older than me, our oldest, he had the first one. And
Yep.
when I got it, me and my brother got the same size. I look at my big bros like, damn, nigga, look how big his font is. Like, we got the same font, but like his shit's like a 24. Nigga, we got like a 12.
You went with I love you more tattoo?
Yeah,
What the
I was
fuck?
like, yo, why this shit so? I'm like, whatever. So we all got that one.
Yep.
This one was courtesy of my nigga G Nice, the illest.
That verse is coming.
You know what I mean? Back flipping, kicking ribs, backflip, kicking ribs, my nigga.
For real.
He had a couple beers that day, but you know it was, you know, I don't know. I think he did that shit for damn near nothing, nigga. We was in house. That was my Razor logo because the Razor was a nigga, and my daughter's feet, man. But you know, I would get things that mean something.
Yeah.
You know, some people get weird shit, smiley faces, and
No, like honestly, like when I see someone with like a tattoo of like I say like a star behind their ear.
right, those are
I'm just one of those people where like I'm not mad at them, nothing like that.
Right.
I'm like, how did you come to that?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want
guess
the world
it's just
to know I'm a
different people.
star. Can you hear the star coming?
I guess it's just different people and different ways of thinking. And I know some people are more carefree and shit, but
Right.
there's just it doesn't make sense in my head where you woke up and you're like, yo, I want a star behind my ear today.
Right.
I'm not mad at nobody for it. It's just one of those.
Everybody's
like,
got their own decisions to make in their life. It's a true story. But the nigga that decides to get full tattoos, full everything, and then up to the neck, and his whole shit is like his sleeves up to like a whole body armor of tats.
Yeah.
You know that, and you got to know that in real life. I'm not saying you're in a fantasy world, but just saying in real life situations, there's only but so much you're gonna be able to do, like job wise, even. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna hire you for certain shit. So you got to really have like a craft or something you're doing. Most of those guys are usually into, you know, I don't know, they're artists or somehow, or they're, you know, maybe they're carpenters, or, you know, you're out there getting dirty with your hands. You can get away with shit like that.
Yeah.
Being in the business world. But I don't know. I think it might be making a change. Like the new age,
I'm gonna make a change.
you know, motherfuckers got nappy heads with edge ups, and they sit right there with a suit on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a look now. You know.
Yeah.
Here everybody's running to get that crew cut, get it nice. Now these motherfuckers like, no, you're not gonna judge me. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna speak well, because that's what they like to say about us watermelon folk when he speaks so well. You know, it's like nobody says that to pumpkin people, but it's cool.
Right.
They speak so well. It's like no, because it's expected for you not to.
Yeah.
But you know, then you get the hair all disheveled to get a nice edge up, and you know, it's like he's got a suit on. But holy shit, he knows the shit, so nobody's really paying attention to the do anymore. That's
the do,
that's making
suited
that-
and booted.
It's making a change, like women having pink hair and working in business world. You know?
Yeah. Like exactly. Like it wouldn't be that crazy to walk up to a bank teller nowadays and one of them have a nose ring. You know, like when back in the day it would be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you can't play for the Yankees.
Which I kind of dig that though. I think it's cool.
I'm
I
not
think
mad
it's,
at it.
You know,
No.
I think it's a smoother transition. I wish it was around when I was trying to get my first jobs and I had to Sambo these niggas up. You know,
Yep.
this you niggas boy, yes, so good with that. They go just like this. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? And you know, blackface these niggas. You know, but it's, you know.
I remember I saw this band back in the day. There was this band called Pimpadelic, and they were like a southern.
Pimpadelic.
They were like, this was when rock and rap was huge.
Okay.
But they just did it like raunchy, and they were wild, and they were signed to Tommy Boy Records.
Okay.
And I saw them play at Toad's Place. And this is when I was young, probably like 17 or I know I was under 21 because I couldn't get into that was back when Toad's Place cut off and there was like
Yeah,
an
there's
actual
ropes.
like mesh fucking
Oh, they had
It was
mesh.
exact-
Not that little gate barrier.
No, it was a big like mesh net that cut off the 21 and over. And
That's funny.
But I remember talking to this guy by the merchandise booth, and then like he turned his neck and he had motherfucker tattooed on his neck, and I was like, "You have made a decision, and
for the rest of your life.
yeah, and just this is it for the rest. Like you just can't have that on your neck, and you know."
I mean, and the
Talk
kids,
about alone.
And when you're, if you get to that chance in your life to reach to be 80 years old, and the kids the jokes they have, oh well, Grandpa Jones, the guy that says motherfucker tattoo on his neck, you know, him, that guy in that room, we're in that generation, man. When we're older, it's gonna be pants sagging intentionally, even though grandpas do it by mistake now. Motherfuckers tatted up, talking shit about the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, that was the thing I remember that a lot of people would talk about is like, well, what are you going to look like when you're older? But nowadays, everyone's going to look like that when they're older.
Right.
Whatever
so
the tattoo
it's going to be
looks
of the norm,
It's going to be weird because everyone's going to be tattooed. But I wonder about the fake titties. Are they still going to be up at attention? Or like...
That's promising for motherfuckers that's old.
Yeah.
You see Martha down the hall, right? Yeah. She's wrinkled everywhere else but around the rack, cuz.
Exactly. Titties are still there.
It's like an ironing board just...
See, but then that could get weird, too, because if the skin around the fake titty starts to droop, the nipple might be underneath the titty. You know what I mean? You might have to deep sea dive
it's a weird
nipple.
mode. You might have to grab it and pull it over like a sheet and find a nipple.
And bring it back and spread it out. Okay, that's where it's supposed to be.
Spread it out. Oh, man.
Yo, bring the nipple back to where it's supposed to be. That's all I'm trying to say.
This is weird that I'm like pretending I'm an old man getting hard already.
Wild.
I'm going to be right there in the nursing home like, yeah, I bet you had a fatty back in the day. Look at you.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's one of the things, man. They say that like there's people that go out there and they actually try to teach old people in nursing homes and shit safe sex because
they're laying it down.
They don't give a fuck, and like especially with Viagra and all that other shit.
Oh yeah,
they're laying it down, and diseases are just spreading because they might have had the herp way back in the day. They forget about it, and then
and what's crazy is because I work at a spot where there's a lot of elderly at one of my jobs, and looking at their generation, they're just from a cloth of very conservative.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like. Oh, and then he tried to talk to me. They give you advice. They try to give advice to youth, but it's very advice that was like from the 50s. Like, you don't talk to the boy unless, it's like, listen, people are putting out like crazy, grandma. It's not that slow anymore. So you take our generation now where it's just like people are slam bamming, thank you, mammin', you know what I mean? And it's whatever, YOLO, you only live once, fucking like. Now we're going to be older. I feel bad for the nurses that are going to be at that time. Look, it's gonna be no holds bars. Like, yo, I whipped, I laid a pipe down on that ass. You understand, baby? We're gonna be talking shit as of they're more respectable, like the elderly now, because they were conservative. Can I have this dance? Oh, Martha, will you go to the prom with me? They're
being
from
polite.
That 50s kind of like open the door chivalry. Like, we're not from that era, so it's like we're going to be fucking perverts. I feel bad for the young nurses, man.
Yeah. That's going to be crazy, too. And it's going to be not us, but there's a generation above us that's going to be like the first ones where they're old school music. Some of it's going to be rap, you know? Like being in a nursing home here, and I was at a hip. Oh, this was my jam.
They got the jumpsuit on and shit. Got the Adidas run. I got the shell toes.
I'm looking clean, though, right? I'm looking clean.
Yo, bust out that breakdance move. I used to have it back in the day.
Yep.
Niggas is tagging their rooms up with spray paint.
Hashtagging.
You know what I mean? I want to see it. I kind of hope my ticket's not punched too soon,
You know what? That'll probably be a reality show too. Like they'll film that shit and put it out.
Yes, indeed.
Gangster grandpas.
Old pop, old hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
If you walk too hard, you hip
pop them niggas. Oh my God! You talk shit to grandpa, then he gonna pull from the hip and pop, nigga. I don't know why. There's bars involved in the show. Maybe you haven't known. You didn't know. They know now.
There's bars.
But shout out to tattoo niggas, man. I want to get more. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to get
sleeved up.
Yeah, because you can hide that. I'll do it at the wrist. If I got a job where I got to have a long sleeve for the rest of my life, so be it, nigga.
Yep. That's another thing, too, that I would be scared of is a bad tattoo because you see people with bad tattoos, and I've been with women with bad tattoos where I'm just like,
no regrets.
Like a girl will show you the tattoo, and you just have to do that whole like, Cool.
Ooh,
Like,
oh, okay. I do that. I had okay. Where'd you get that done?
exactly.
You,
Okay.
you never say, oh, that's dope. You know, when a tattoo's dope, I know there's like this girl I used to work with. She had like her father's a tattoo artist, and she had showed like a thigh piece, and like his skill was dope. It's like you immediately see like, oh shit, yo, that shit's detailed. Son,
You don't need to be concerned about my thigh. Oh, it's an inside joke, but that's what we do.
But the thigh joint was, you know, it was official. You know what I mean? Like the
Nice.
whole detail on it. But you know when you see it, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
One that's like a shattered dream is like, ooh, okay. Where you get that at? Oh,
Right.
word? Because I want to know where never to go. That's why
Exactly.
I was asking.
Yo, who did that for you for free?
The power went out.
Right.
And nigga had to trade Ray Charles that bitch, huh?
Like, and I'm not saying I could do better because I'm not, into
Right.
the drawing and stuff like that. But when you see tattoos and like the lines are fucked up and you're just like, oh, that's where I go back to. That shit is, NWO is for life, and I can't do
and
that.
Shout out to
for
like
life
the
shit.
ones, the ones that really would piss me off if I were these people is when you get the portrait. Portrait
Yeah.
of mom, and it's just looking like motherfucking.
And they just go, "Who's that?"
Who's that? Who is Eldris? Who is Gertrude on your arm, nigga?
Right.
No, that's grandma. That's my mom, man.
She was black? No, she wasn't. But
Made her
they
lips
shaded
bigger
it
and
just
shit.
too much. They
shaded
shaded
it in. Her
it.
lips look bigger and shit. Nose crooked.
Right.
Like you see a crooked fucking witchy nose. Like that's your mom. That's the picture you gave me.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch that show. It was called I forgot what it was, but the show was all about covering up bad tattoos.
Yep.
And they had the stories about them, and it's like holy shit, like.
Well, that's even like there's a lot of those tattoo shows where it's like, all right, you got 2 hours to get this tattoo done. And it's like,
Ink
why
master and shit.
is this being a fucking competition of you have 2 hours, so you have to get this done as quick as possible.
And then if you fuck up, and then there's people that have fucked up tattoos. Now your canvas and it's like, oh, and they get up and they ream these tattoos like,
I got it from Ink Master.
right?
It's like, that doesn't make up for anything, bitch.
And I want to say, I think I would hope that when they have a fucked up tattoo on the show, that they offer for free to pay for a cover up. I would hope so. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, you signed up for this. Or they have them sign a disclaimer. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm thinking, though, is that they're just like, hey, you got a chance to get a free tattoo on Ink Master. It might go good. It might go bad, you know?
Are you willing to take that risk? And
Yeah.
we'll pay you. You're like, you're going to
'Cause then,
pay
yeah,
me to be on the show.
You get the tattoo that, they had to finish in 2 hours. You stand up there, and the judges are like, that's horrible. You're like, well, the fuck?
They do that with that little fake smile. You guys don't like it, and then there's ones where they sit in the room, and the people that got the tattoos are sitting with each other, and now they're critiquing each other's, and everybody's like ganging up on one guy, like that's just horrible. Yeah, I agree. Look at that, and it's not even, and the guy feels so bad. He's like, well, it's the way I wanted it, so it's the way I wanted it. It's whatever. It's like it's bad. Bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. You're getting ganged up on it.
And you know that you don't like that.
Right, you don't, but you want to say some shit to, because you're trying to cover up. You want to put sprinkles on a shit stack, nigga. Just, rainbow sprinkles on a pile of shit.
Sprinkles on a shit stack.
That
Make
shit.
it a T-shirt. That and I always want, because it's 2018 right now. That's the time that we're filming this. If you're in a different year, give us a call or text 203-594-6977.
Where did you get a DeLorean from?
Exactly. But in 2018, can you imagine how many motherfuckers are out there with a tribal or a barbed wire tattoo? Just like,
Shout out to my baby girl. Baby, she got it when she was 17. 16 she got it, but it was definitely, that was big. The tribals were big in the 90s. She had one. When her first tattoo, she was like 16. Stuck with the tribe for life.
what tribe is you in?
Tribe is you in? Tribe Called Quest? Are you Q-Tip now? You Q? Everybody want to be the Rock. Those big Samoan kind of tribals. And
Yep.
it's just designs. I get it, especially if you're art, like people that are really artsy people. You know what I mean? That makes a lot of sense because it's art. They want to see the visual, and
Yeah.
if you're just somebody that's pretending,
I feel you on that. Like the Samoan tribal tattoos, I think those look awesome with a lot of just geometric shapes and
Right.
all that shit. But there's motherfuckers out there with a Goldberg tattoo. You know what I'm saying? There's motherfuckers out there with the fucking.
It's like a steer skull with a heart and then fucking patterns coming off it. Like, ooh, right. So what does it mean? I just thought it was dope.
Yeah, I was just really into wrestling in 1998, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there's a lot of steer skulls out there on
Yep.
niggas' arms, and then you get the fanatics. Like I'm a fan, but I don't think I'd ever get my team that I'm a fan of tattooed on me. People do that a lot. Chicago
Yeah.
Bulls. You know, a lot of Bulls-shit because Michael Jordan, you know, a lot of Jordan tattoos. I wonder how many Jumpman tattoos really exist in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's got to be a shitload. Everybody got a Jumpman,
Yep.
you know?
That and lips on the fucking neck.
Lips on the neck. Lips on the neck.
That's always weird too. That's where I think people don't understand that tattoos are for life. And I know that you can get them removed.
Right.
But fuck, man, like people would do that. It was like 3 or 4 years ago where everyone was like, "Yeah, I got lips tattooed on the neck."
And especially if it's for somebody, which most of the time it is. Some dudes do it because it's like, yo, I'm a playboy, you know.
Yeah.
They want to live up to that status that, you know, I'm a player. Get the tat. Ladies love me. I'm the ladies' man. So the tat, or they get it for a specific female. I've seen it where they have her kiss something and her actual lips they trace out and put it there.
Yeah.
See, baby, you belong to me. So I mean, I get that, but then when you hate the bitch.
Yeah. And it's just there's that aspect of it, but it's also when it was just popular to do for a second. It was like everyone is just getting this same tattoo, and then you have the same tattoo as a fucking million other people.
I like the custom. I like the people that are like very good with drawing, like the tattoo artist that's really can freehand some shit. You give them a concept, and then they free something up for you. Like, oh, okay, so you know he just did it on the spot. Nobody else got it. You kind of already have it done. Or if you know somebody that can draw, so, yo, I need you to draw me a tattoo.
Yep.
Those are dope, man. But like you said, if you're looking out of a book, I'll take number 7. How many niggas took number 7 on page 6?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bitch, you have an anchor on your foot. So does everyone else. Like,
and then the couple tattoos are always tough because, you know, if you fall apart, now you're stuck with this crying, staring at your fucking arm every day. It was supposed to be forever.
Right.
You know?
No, my
I've been known. Go ahead.
my dad definitely had my mom on his arm for a while.
See,
you know,
I never got one
got
of
everything. You know, covered up.
Yeah. See, no, I didn't do it. It was with my, you know, whatever for that many years, and no, didn't do it.
No, it's a bad decision. And they say too, where it's like, when you do that, that's when you're gonna break up. You know, it's just one of those.
It's the omen. It's like as soon as you get that done, you know it's gonna go sour.
I know a dude that did it with like his him and his baby mother were having problems, and he did it as a like, look how much I love you, I want to stay together. Like got her initials on his chest, and I was like, bro, like what the fuck are you doing?
That's what you're.
It's one of those things where I genuinely think people forget that like, yo, this isn't like wipe it off. Like, it's not.
It's stuck. It's there.
Yeah,
it's in the mirror every day, and I always found I don't know if it's humorous or just funny to me.
Let's ponder.
Let's just ponder for people that get big back tattoos, shit that you'll never see. Like every time you want to look at that tattoo, you got to get a mirror. You get 2 mirrors.
I know it's there, but not really.
That you're getting for others to enjoy, but if you're somebody who's shy, never take off your shirt, then no one's ever gonna enjoy except for a loved one.
Right? That shit is funny.
You know, it's like, why do we get back tats? How we never see them? You know,
tat where you can't see it.
Right. You know, I got my butt cheek on the back, in the inner part of my butt cheek in the back. I'm never gonna see it.
I think for some people it makes sense. Like if the rest of you is tattooed, obviously you might as well do the back too. But I feel what you're saying. Like if you have one tattoo just on, I put an eggplant on my shoulder blade. You're never.
But you know what?
It.
I got a secret fantasy thing where I kind of got a thing for tatted up chicks. I don't know why. It's just very.
They're dangerous, man.
They
that's
are.
what it feels like.
It's like looking at an art show, like what a beautiful body, and then there's shit going on. You're like, oh, it's a lot here. Can I follow that vine somewhere? You know, it becomes like a clothing almost. I don't know. I think it looks good on some ladies.
Definitely.
You know, they get the dimples with the fucking piercing and the dimples and shit.
Yeah, man, a big titty golf chick. That's all we want. That's all anybody wants is just a big titty golf chick.
You know, it's a thing. I think there's a certain appeal to them, but you know, I can't be with somebody that's depressed 24/7. You know,
for real.
Just life sucks. Like if you one more fucking day. Make it's what you fucking make it. Go out and fucking smile more. You'll be happy if that's what you choose. Happiness is a choice, people. Choose the shit or get the fuck out the room. You know, I don't know.
For real.
You know?
And if I agree with that, happiness can be a choice. And you know, if something bad happens to you, that's the thing of just you can't be like, oh my God, well that happened. Well, I'm done and fuck this and I'm deserving.
It's like
it's the
it happened.
Back to what I think Kanye was trying to say, but he's all pilled up right now, is try to kill the victim mentality. Right. You know what I mean? well, it's hard, so I'm just not going to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
it's like it's a no-brainer. No shit, motherfuckers are still profiled. No shit that you don't think that people of certain business statures are secretly choosing things over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No shit, you're being watched by a cop because you look a certain way. It happens. It's happening.
Yep.
It's the same way we profile everybody. Everybody gets profiled, man. And it just sucks when you just have somebody of the majority that is gonna, but it's not. All is not over. You know what I mean? It's. Martin ain't fight that fight for nothing, cut. You know what I mean? He ain't take a bullet for nothing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We here for a reason. We here. So you make the best of it. Every opportunity is there for you to take it. You're gonna have to jump through some more hoops, but that builds more character, man.
True.
I
Be
get it.
stronger in the end.
And what happens when we get to the majority? Are we gonna be just as racist? Because you think about it, some motherfuckers will hold on to shit. And we might do the same shit.
Yep.
Hey, Watermelon, look, man. Don't you try to say I'm a Sambo or some shit, but I'm just keeping it real. We can hate on some niggas. You know that. We can hate on our neighbor. You know what I'm saying? If we become the majority, we like talk about people. Look at that bitch. What the fuck she wearing? We get a power status. I mean, we gonna show as much love because a lot of people like to keep it to their people.
Listen,
real.
I'm gonna be dead honest with you, and you've seen it before. I don't feel very welcome when I walk into a Popeyes in New Haven, Connecticut. All right, I've definitely gotten the. What do you want?
What you want?
Oh my goodness, I'm here for some delicious chicken that I didn't know was.
You're not allowed.
I didn't know that it was a problem.
It's fucked up because you see that almost like why is that almost strategically set up that inner city Popeyes, every employee is black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, damn. You know what I mean? It's like I almost feel like that's fucked up, man.
It's almost like a showcase of see, this is what they do.
This is what they do.
know?
We give them jobs in their community and they like chicken. Here you go, chicken for you niggas. It's kind of like. I'm almost upset there's not a white employee. Can I get a white nigga in here, please? What the fuck, man? I want to see some white.
Exactly.
This is bullshit, man.
Someone's got to cook the green beans.
You know what I mean?
What's up?
Fuck, But the white man cutting checks, though. He owning the shit. I mean, if a black dude owns it, I'd be surprised, but probably not. It's going to get to a point. It's going to be more majority of big, especially Spanish. There's a lot of Spanish in this country there. I mean, black folk, man, Latinos going to make it. They making it come up now, too. Shit. Chinese here, too. Shit. We might all be a minorities.
It is crazy that a white dude did start Popeyes. It's he invented it because I actually did a song about it. Lil Mattress, if you look up the album, is it Blood Fart Exquisite?
It's on Blood Fart, yeah.
If on Spotify, every streaming device, if you look up Lil Mattress, there's music on there. On the album Blood Fart Exquisite, there's a song about Popeyes. And a white dude actually invented Popeyes, which is crazy. It broke my heart when I found out when I was doing research for the song, but I was like, ooh.
But and I'm not running away from the fact that a lot of it is due to the white man has been known to really embrace a culture. I don't steal it. I guess steal the shit. Like
adapt.
Adopt. Adapt. Yeah, but like the natives, like, oh, you niggas can grow Cornish. This is real nice land. Can you just show us how you did that?
Right.
You don't mind if I just take it? You don't mind? Or I'm gonna take it anyways. Okay? I'm taking it. They go. They very curious, and when I say they, I mean the ones that do it.
Yeah.
Not all white folk give
the
a
vultures.
shit. Yeah,
the vultures.
Not all white folk give a shit. Like I don't
Exactly.
really give a shit, man. Like
do you? Because I'm gonna do me. Truly, woo-wee,
Listen,
DMX.
I'm raised by a mother who was of the Blanco flesh prison. What's the word?
I'm trapped.
Yeah, and she always raised and taught us to just be open minded with things and never judge things, and you're like, yes, she's attracted to black men. Yes, she likes it, but she don't walk around, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't do the whole, not me. Like, that's not her. She's like white. She likes arugula, you know what I mean? Like, she eats asparagus, and she's just attracted to what she's attracted to without having to try to be something else to be a part of that culture.
I think that's another thing, too, is when white people attempt to adopt a culture like that, it seems like they only grab the worst parts. Like you're saying, like then they'll walk around like, you know what I'm saying? That like, whoa,
this is
shit.
Like, this makes it appealing. This makes us cool, right? No.
Yeah.
Like, and I think a lot of black people would like to say is like, no, just we appreciate the down to earth. Be you, be white, but be, and we all be cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like understand each other's culture, and that whole sit down is just like, oh, okay. Black people, stop being afraid to try pumpkin, nigga. It's shit's delicious. You know what I mean? Try some pumpkin pie. Stop being like, oh, that's for white people. Like, I run into a lot of black people like that, too. It's like, oh, you in that white people shit. Like, yo, stop being so fucking shallow, man. Like, life is bigger than, what you're doing is you're quarantining yourself, too. So, it's got to be a two-way street. You can't be like, you don't want to hear our voices. you got to be able to, see that. That's why I did
Yep.
like that video by what's his name? The cat from Boston. He's dope. Younger dude. I'm not racist. I'm not a racist. Oh man, Jordan Lucas.
Jordan Lucas. Okay,
Jordan
yeah,
Lucas. He's got some dope shit actually, man. Like he's a younger dude, but he's part of that generation where he story tells. But he got a song called "I'm Not a Racist," and it's a white dude sitting down in a chair with the "Great Make America Great Again," and he's like, he's rapping the whole thing. But in the video, he's signing off, on this and that, and slavery's over, and it's like, and then the black dude gets up and he's saying his part of, and then they kind of like basically sit down and like both hear each other out, differences, and they kind of hug it out in the video. It's almost like air it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you listen to each other, you adapt. Oh, this is what y'all do? Because I listen, I run into black people too. Look, man, we do this shit too, man. Nah, we don't do that shit. That's for y'all. You're putting the wall up too.
Yep.
Go sled riding, nigga. It's okay. Come on,
real.
people. Yo, you know what I mean? Try pumpkin pie. Have a latte, nigga. It's all right.
If you don't want to try pumpkin pie, try a pumpkin muffin at first. Get a little, just try it. You know what I'm saying?
Stop being so shallow. Like, that's not for us. You know what we do?
Yeah,
you're building that too.
And that's the thing. There's obviously plenty of white people that are racist, but it's weird too because there's definitely a certain section of black people that don't understand saying white people fill in the blank is racist when you say it,
right.
like, because they're
You're
even
doing the
on
same shit, because if somebody said black people are such and such, you're quick to be like, nah, see what he doing? See what he
Exactly.
doing? We doing the same shit, man.
Yep.
I know it's a different kind of, and I get it, the sensitivity of it. It's a different kind of what was bred here and what happened. You can't erase history. You can't erase the way things happened, the way things were put in a certain play. You know what I mean? You can't get rid of that. But, in the same sense, you can't just combat it back with fire. You know what I mean? And just be like,
Yep.
At the time, you had to. When it was time to, yes, you had to fight with fire. Oh, niggas trying, I can't say, because if I was around back in those days when there was a lot of injustices really heavy, now it's more hidden, but, not as much. Yeah, it's out there, but not as blatant as it fucking was back in the 60s, 50s, where it's like, or they were hanging people from a fucking bridge. I can understand that revolt. Not saying I don't understand it now, but I mean, I can understand it more of why the fuck you'd be like, yo, we got to rise the fuck up hard. They're hanging us from trees. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now it's like you have a chance to play the game. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you motherfuckers can act sideways, but I can play the game in a way where this law thing can work for me.
Exactly.
So.
And the thing too of, by no means would I ever say to forget or forgive what happened in the past, but it's the blaming people now for things that happened 400 years ago is the thing of, like, that helps nobody.
No,
and like I said, never forget slavery. Of course, never forget what happened in the past. Never forget lynchings. Never forget any of that stuff.
Right.
But like today, to blame somebody for it is just like it helps nobody, and it doesn't further anything.
You're blaming the ancestors of the guys who did that. You know what I mean? And the old time, and it's just this, our generation now, I think, is going to be responsible for launching into that new age thinking, man, because those guys that were still attached to that 50s way of they belong over there, we belong over here, they've raised people, you know what I mean, to be that way. And we're and everybody's being interracially mixed, man. It's going to move. I said we're not going to be around. It's going to be 200 years, 200 years from now.
Yep.
It's going to be history book shit. Not even books.
And another thing that a lot of people don't understand, because they don't actually research, they just go off the emotion of, oh my God, this happened to us, and they don't do any research. First of all, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying a certain amount of slaves in Africa were sold by black people to whoever bought them.
Other Africans. They wanted land.
Yeah.
We want that tribe's land, so we're going to round them up. We know that because slave trading was big. It wasn't just in Africa. It was any other country. Greeks, they were buying and selling people like product. You know what I mean?
It wasn't just like the devil white man did it. And the other point of that too is, I'm not sure if the number is 3%, but I know it's a stupid low number of the amount of people that actually had slaves in this. Once again, not denying that it is the worst thing that has ever happened in this country. And I understand that the white guy is saying it, but it's the worst thing that's ever happened in our country is slavery. But another thing that people don't understand is the amount of people, like, think about rich people now.
Poor white people that own slaves.
That had slaves. It was rich people with huge amounts of land. None of us fucking white people that didn't have land had slaves. That's just not how it wasn't. you go shopping at the supermarket and like, well, this one's on sale. I think I'll grab one.
Right.
It wasn't like that. It was a very rich,
wealthy thing. I mean, what it was the people that weren't, they might have been like, okay, I don't know, they're weird, they're different, and they might have been not helping fight the fight. You know what I mean? But they weren't owning, at the same time. They weren't owning people, but they sure as hell was looking the other way.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
Well, they going to kill me too. I don't know.
Yep.
But, shout out to the Abe Lincolns and the people who, who's, and that was weird. Even that shit with Abe Lincoln, like I did some research on that. It was like he was great for what he did, but then because no other president did it. But then at the time, it was like the South was really kicking ass agricultural wise. You know what I mean? And it was like the North had to make a stand. And that was almost a strategic way to doing that too. That there's a lot of conspiracy in that too. Did he do it because he really felt like, this is wrong, which he spoke about it being wrong, which it made sense, or was it really a behind the doors? Like, look, we got to do something. The South's kicking ass. They're gonna take over the North. We're gonna dwindle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got
everything might have been what it seemed.
How can we cripple them agriculturally? Get rid of slavery. You know what I mean? We'll abolish slavery. We'll stop all that. Now they don't have people working on their plantations anymore. They can't produce like that, and it shuts them down. Cut them off. So it's a double, man. I can see that happening too.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a pliable.
Abe gets a head nod. Good looking nigga for doing what you did and sending people into mass confusion.
Piece of the top hat.
Like, you niggas is free now. And what do we do?
Mm-hmm. But and it's odd too because nowadays you have that. There is that stigma of anyone who's not white can't be racist. You know what I mean? There's the black people can't be racist, but yet now, like today on college campuses, they're doing non-white days where the entire black student body, maybe not the entire, I'm not saying that everyone is participating, but they try to set up days where white people can't do anything. White people can't attend class. White teachers can't teach the class.
Right.
And somehow just it doesn't get through their head of like,
you can't.
That's
you can't.
racist.
You can't pitch togetherness and want to separate at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you say we need to be together? We need to be on an equal playing field. We need to be, but we want to do it over here. You know what I mean? And I get it because what happens is when people get put out so much and you feel like your back is against the wall, it makes you join a group. It makes you like, oh, we got to stick together. I mean, the Spanish do it with their community. It's what they keep pouring in. They pile in together. They put money in. They invest, and he gonna look out for his man. That's his man. Like you see it all the time. Like
Spanish pride.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So they look out for each other. Jewish do it. You know what I mean. They keep their communities real tight. So I don't have anything against the blacks doing it too, but I think it just in all with everybody who does it, we're all doing the same shit at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's like you can't point the finger that they doing it over there. It just so happens that the ones that you're pointing that are doing it over there are of majority. So it looks a little more in your face like, oh, well, they own all the business. Well, wealthy people and the majority, they pass it down. And it's not even the finances they're giving their kids because, like you said, not all white people are rich, but even just some of the knowledge that are in certain communities that are there for them to have that inner city schools aren't going to have. I mean, they keep it real. There's some inner city schools that are really shitty, man. I had to pull my daughter out of one because it was like she came from pre-K into kindergarten, and they were teaching her the same shit because she was already advanced, but none of the other kids were, so they made her learn the same shit she just learned for 2 years.
Yeah.
So she's not pushing her advancement. You know what I mean? If you see my daughter is having an advancement over other students, maybe you should put her in a separate program or something. Okay, she needs to be pushed so we can hire up her education, which they do in other schools that are in more rural areas. It's in the city, man. It's like that place was so chaotic. Teachers didn't care. Kindergarten teachers didn't care. It becomes a who gives a fuck.
Exactly, and that's one of the things. And I'm not saying I'm not saying you did anything wrong. If anything, you did the right thing.
Right.
But what a lot of people do too, that what you can't do is be like, oh man, the school sucks, so it is what it is. Right. The other thing too is, once again, I do not have any children, so I'm not trying to tell anyone how to raise their children. But one of the biggest responsibilities that people have as a parent is you also need to take responsibility for your child as well. Right. And if the school isn't doing enough, then teach your fucking child what it is. The best you can. Let them know. And don't sit them in front of the fucking TV and be like, boom, watch Dora the Explorer again.
And that's true. But then I know there's some people that don't have those education. I want my kid to have a better education than me.
Exactly.
I'm smart enough to know that I ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm not smart enough to really teach them certain things they need to know. I mean, some of that shit is just fillers, if you ask me. Like, I mean, I never used algebra a day in my life after graduating. You know,
Dude, there's so much in school that I didn't learn. I mean, excuse me, that I didn't learn. There's so much in school that I learned that is just not applicable. It
Right.
just, I wish that schools were more of, hey, we'll teach you life skills instead of.
But I think there's more schools now because they have a lot of these magnet schools that they gear towards, like, if your kid is really into science, okay, there's science magnet schools. Everything he needs to know about science is here. Like the one my daughter goes to, a magnet school, is it's very theater, arts, music. Like, that's what she really into. So I put her somewhere where, you know, which is a tough one when you have your kids in those schools because artists aren't born every day. Musicians aren't born. I mean, it's a slim one to get on, but it's a good, open, critical thinking part of her. You know, maybe she can be some agricultural something or doing something better for the community and being that kind of person. You know, that uplifting. You know, that's what those kind of skill set they get from places like that. And,
that's dope.
You know, you look at what your child. Know your child. You know what I mean? And they have schools that cater to that nowadays. So I think that shit went around. Everybody went to a public school or you went to a private school.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, when I was going to school, everyone went and did the same shit. I remember there was one class that it might have been called economics, something like that. But I remember there was one class when I was a senior that was offered, and I took it that like taught you how to balance your checkbook and taught you how to pay rent. And it was like they just started it when I was a senior, and I made sure to take it because like I wanted to fucking learn something about real life,
shit. And that was never like I don't want to sit and fucking learn about George Washington. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, because I like history shit. You know what I mean? I like to know where origins of shit happened from, like catchphrases and sayings. But give me, like you said, give me some shit that I can utilize in the real world when I graduate. You know? Like balancing a check. Like I'd never had that in the school I went to. Like balancing a checkbook. Like where was that out? Nobody told me about credit. So as soon as I fucking hit 18, they start throwing credit cards at you, and I'm swiping them things. They're melting.
Exactly.
You know, my parents didn't really do the credit card thing, so they really weren't able to show me the proper way, except for they just don't do the shit. That's why we don't fuck with credit cards. You know what I mean? Because you have to really stay on top of your payments and stuff like that. But I was buying gold chains and Chinese food. You know what I mean? Like real shit, man. Like
that needs to be the next album. Gold chains and Chinese food.
Should be. It's a thing. And I never made payments back, and I smoked a $5,000 credit card.
Wow.
You know, another one was
and I suffer from it still to this day.
You know, true story. You know, actually that one went away because it was so long ago.
Nice.
That 7-year swipe out.
7-year itch.
You know what I mean? 7-year twitch. Nigga, get out of there. But because I was 18, you know what I mean? So that shit came and went. But, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, it's a setup for you to fuck your shit up. Because as soon as you're 18, take that.
But I will say, man, nowadays, like, I'm not going to say there's no excuse, but nowadays, all the information that you need is in the palm of your fucking hand. All the, like, literally everything that's ever been known is in your fucking hand. Like, you have fucking...
Us was like learning from somebody who just was the smarter guy, or you went to the library.
Like, YouTube could tell you how to do pretty much everything. Like, if you want to know how to work a credit card, how to do it properly, everything, man.
Listen, my car wasn't starting the other day, and I went to a YouTube joint and for some quick problem shooting, and one of the things the guy showed me about my particular car, my year, model, and everything.
Yeah.
I started my shit right up, man.
Nice.
It was a fucking bolt that came from a wire that came from the battery attached to the bolt on the firewall. And he was like, well, if you can't get it, your lights are still on. It's like, okay, cool, lights are still on. All right, so you could probably come to this bolt right here. It might be something with the wiring. Take a screwdriver, stick it down in here. You could put the key in forward ignition, and then put the screwdriver down here. Sure enough, I did it. I'm like, holy shit, YouTube niggas.
Thank you for that upload.
By all means, I'm not a mechanically inclined dude. Like, I'm not a grease monkey like that.
Yeah. The word clutch was never a big part of my life.
Right. No, I was never, like my brother was into that shit. I like more sports and shit like that, music, but movies. But I was never that, the stereotype of the man, get the cars. I'm like, give me a car that runs, man.
Yeah. That's always been my thing is, give me a car.
I know
that
a handful of shit about checking my liquids, and so you learn as you go. Like I said, I want to get to the point where I'm changing my own oil. I know you're doing that right now, but it's really kind of simple. But you get into like I won't do that shit. I'm not. Yep. I don't have mechanic hands, and you got to know that shit. Like I know I don't have mechanic hands. Like I'll fucking scrape my hands up, and look at these. I got fucking cuts on my hands from grabbing my window. They fell in the door.
Damn. That's the worst, man. When I dealt with that with my last car. When the window falls in the door and you fucking taking the piece of the door off and then you're holding it up. And I had fucking what was it? I had a piece of ripped cardboard stuck in the fucking door
I got
to
it now.
try to hold the window up, and then it slowly slides
Yo,
down.
that was my shit. And then what's worse was like, bro, I had that shit. It's slowly sliding, but I'm on the highway. So it's
Yep,
like,
yep.
I don't even got a breakdown lane to fucking. And just as I'm going, I keep looking, and it's just, and then it just drops into the door, and you're like,
Yep.
fuck. And then you look at the weather, it's gonna rain. It's just that kind of shit, you know?
Yeah,
It
it's
happened
that
to me,
slow
man.
go.
I had the plastic around the window just till it dried up. And then I got the fucking thing up and had to wedge it, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But like we're saying, man, on YouTube and on the internet in general, like
shit out there.
now there's certain extenuating circumstances. Great word for a white man. But listen, I love, and like I said, I don't know if this was what Kanye was trying to say, and even if it's not what he was trying to say, it's like I'm about kill the victim mentality because man, I've done it before too. Fuck man, shit's unfair, blah blah blah, all that other stuff. But nowadays, everyone has all the tools that they need to learn to what they can fucking do. And if you can't get a credit card, you can get a prepaid credit card. 'Cause that's what I started with was go to the bank. Hey man, I got $400. Prepaid credit card. You use your own money for your own credit and build that shit up slow. And like, if you just pay attention and you know work on your payments and do your shit, man, you can
And that's
you
the
can
thing.
rise.
It is, man, and that's the thing. Talk to some of my black youth out there, man. I think it's don't be discouraged and scared to work harder, man. You know, it's that. Fuck, if you got to work hard, you got to work harder, man. Like, you know, I know for me, like, you know, when it comes to certain things, if I'm not doing it, you know what? It's on me because I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? It's like I take ownership for not applying myself. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not applying yourself, don't be mad that an opportunity is not opening for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you are and it's not coming up for you and it sucks, you might have to work harder. You know, anybody that wants something, you got to work harder. You know what I mean? It's maybe opportunities won't be there as much, but if you keep pushing, man, you'll get to where the fuck you want to get. I know people that, you know, successful black guys, you know what I mean, that wanted to mentor me and that are real estate agents, man, and doing great with their lives, you know what I mean, successful, making money. Yeah, he learned how the game goes, and he learned how it goes. Okay, this is what y'all do. That's all right, cool. I might get stereotyped, I might get whatever, but I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to show you that I know my shit. I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to show and prove that I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to get that clientele, and I'm going to get these houses sold. And then they can't knock that. Once they see fucking product coming out, like, okay, yeah, I kind of judge him, but yo, he knocking shit out the park.
Yeah.
You know, they might try to snub you out, but as long as you know your shit and keep moving, you can get through, man.
Pack a snub nose in your club clothes.
Yeah,
Listen.
listen. You know, it's out there, man. Profiling, racism, it exists, and then like you said before, I believe you said this at one point. It's like it's the idea that's gonna die. It's not a tangible thing. You can't just fucking eliminate. We're gonna get racism. We're gonna get it out of here tomorrow. You know.
Yeah.
There's no plan for it. Except for fucking.
It's just one of those things that's never going to be over. You always have to accept that like somebody's not going to like you for your skin, for your whatever, for the way that you look, for the way that you fucking wear your hair, the way you wear your clothes.
Religious wars have been happening for hundreds of fucking years, man.
Exactly. So like that'd be a good starting point is realize this is never going to stop.
Right.
So boom, get that out of the way, get to work. You know what I mean?
Admittance is the first step to recovery, people.
Hello.
Oh, these are 12-step programs.
This is a 12-step podcast right here.
12-step podcast to getting over that hump in life known as racism.
No, man, but that is true to where it's like that's what you have to look at is like, listen, and I'm not saying don't work towards trying to get it to stop because that's a you know, even like this podcast in the smallest way, perhaps maybe someone who's a racist could be like, if those two guys could work together, what can I do? You know, but no, that's the thing too, where I'm not saying not work towards a better, you know, life in the future and work towards a better tomorrow where hopefully there can be peace and everything and, you know, nice and happy butterflies and all that shit together. But just realize it's never going to stop. It's the same shit with terrorism. Terrorism is an idea, not a person.
Right.
So we're never going to kill the last terrorist. We're never going to kill the last racist. It's just never going to happen. So if in your head you get the whole, okay, they exist. Just like in the world, listen, bad guys exist. You're never going to get them all. But you know what? You can still transverse through and still, you know, make it to the end of that. Like,
right. You just gotta keep going, keeping on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
keeping on, and do good things when you can. Like this shit, the newest one in the coffee shop, where there's this video out there. It's been pretty big news of white dude was harassing a Muslim lady. Why now?
Because she had the I forget the proper
traditional
term.
garb.
Yeah, I forgot.
Garb.
Yeah, the proper term for what where they had the whole head covered and you know just the eyes showing and And his comment, I guess he initially came out to her was like, "Oh, is it Halloween?" And it's like, all right, asshole, you know. So then he's going on, and so she's like, "Is there a problem?" Like, and this is a girl that's going to college, even, you know what I'm saying? But she's a Muslim, you know.
Yep,
that's her belief. That's what she does, and so he's going on about her, yeah, because I don't, I don't like Muslim, what you guys do, and I don't want you kill people, and I don't want to die. So he sounds very ignorant, like, you don't want to die, you're gonna kill people, so that's what she's there to do. She's buying a fucking latte. You know what I mean?
If this was a movie, he was playing role of cocky white guy.
Right,
like, it was so annoying.
And then he was going on, and they didn't serve the guy. The register was like, nah.
And that's the other thing too. Like, if you have a chance to make stuff right, like I feel they did, where this guy's harassing this Muslim woman, talking about, I'm afraid you're gonna kill me. Which you're a fucking retard.
What the hell is that?
And once again, man, we're bringing retard back, okay? Because this is what this guy was. He's mentally retarded. He's not right. And that's the other thing too, where if you can make a situation right, like there was the woman who the barista was working at. She's like, "No, you're not getting any coffee.
Goodbye. Right.
You're done, son.
Right.
You're
Complain
done."
to my boss, whatever. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure if the owner of that company, if she explained why she didn't serve that person, he was like, "You get a raise."
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Look, we're not having that in our establishment. Fuck that. Get them out of here. You see Starbucks. You see what happened to Starbucks.
Exactly. And if by chance, if you watch the clip, man, there's this gentleman, to me, saved the day, named Barry Landlow. Where now, because somebody's
Landau. Is it Landau?
And it's crazy, and this is how old I am. Somebody's videotaping. Somebody's recording with their cell phone the incident that's taking place, and you hear somebody in the back, and it's Barry Landlow who just goes, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And you can tell he's just yelling at the white guy. There's always that, like, okay, there's an incident taking place right now, and Barry just wants to shut down.
Barry's a white guy too.
Barry just wants to shut
down. Big burly dude with the big beard. It's like, hey, there's no place for that. What the hell?
Yeah.
She's I see her coming here a lot.
Get out of here!
That's all you heard.
He's like, he comes there a lot. He's like, I go here a lot. He said, that lady, she comes in here a lot. Like, now regular for regular. I'm a regular. She's a regular.
Yep.
We don't need you asshole in here fucking with people. This is my spot.
Exactly.
What I mean?
Barry was saying, he's like, she comes in here, she's got her textbooks, she's studying to become a doctor, all this other stuff, and you got this asshole fucking with her.
Right.
And that was a nice, I thought that was a nice example of everyone coming together, like, listen, fuck these assholes. No matter what race you are, no matter what, just fuck these assholes,
and I think,
man.
And it's okay to say that. And I think sometimes what happens, talk to my people real quick, in the black community, we shun away from telling our own that we're wrong sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, it's looked down upon. If you tell somebody, nah, that shit ain't right, that shit ain't cool. Oh, now you a sellout. Oh, you want him to, now you saying, you know what I mean? It's you a sellout now if you pull a nigga's card, like, yo, nah, man, that's fucked up. You did that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. It's like, oh, you one of them now? Or you trying to act what? It's like, we do that shit to ourselves too, man. And it's like, it's not a white thing. It's a right thing. Hello. It's like, what's right, man? You know what I'm saying? And what's fucking wrong? And we got to be able to admit, like, yo, when my man is out there robbing the community and, you know what I mean, doing wrong things to thy neighbor and where we live at, don't stick up for that nigga. Be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, he cool people, but like, yo, he ain't robbing people and shit, showing no care.
Yeah.
So don't pretend that motherfucker's like, now he's getting profiled a certain way, but you already know he's that cat.
Yeah.
So don't get mad. It's not for every situation. It's just for those certain people. You know what I mean? Just like not every white person, but for those certain white people that are a certain way, pull their card.
Exactly.
Say what you gotta say. You know what I mean? It's like, we can't all say everybody's the same, man. So let's get right, people. Let's stop being scared of dogs, my people.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
For me, that was it was a nice moment of like people coming together, and I enjoyed that because it kind of was like Rainbow Coalition of like, no, fuck this dude, get him out of there. He's the one doing wrong, no matter what race he is. No matter,
stick up his ass and shove him out of here. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
And the guy left. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he went and told all his friends and. Maybe somebody agreed with him, but maybe, that might have changed his life to where maybe he went home and told his wife, and his wife was like, what the fuck are you doing? Really? You accosted some woman?
Right, but seeing his kind of personality, if he's married to somebody, she's dealing with the shit.
Yeah.
I don't see him having that kind of wife that's like, honey, you're wrong, and this is why you're wrong. He probably has that wife like, he makes a lot of money. I'm just gonna shut up.
Right, but he might have that wife that like runs the house, and that's
Right.
why he did that outburst because he's like,
True,
you know
now it's
what?
viral.
I'm out here.
Right. And
She's
it's
not
like,
around me. I'm saying what I want to
It's like,
say.
Nathaniel, you're embarrassing.
Exactly.
I see. Now you're all over the internet. Everybody's hit me up. Wow, your husband was acting like an asshole online. Like, oh God, I'll talk to him.
And that's the thing where a lot of people nowadays, there is small justices happening with that might go out, and you know what? He might lose his job. I'm not saying it's a definite, but
Right.
and even in that situation, I don't know if he should necessarily lose his job because he has a horrible opinion.
Right.
But how it's happening now is people are losing their fucking jobs
Right.
because they're acting like a fucking
They're acting
idiot,
like idiots.
and everything's recorded now.
Right.
So
now,
that's
if he works for a company that does a lot of trade with people that are Muslim, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if something, or there is a business and their business is involved with dealing with different cultures, then they'll be like, yeah, we're going to let you go. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like it looked bad on the company. You know, like if you're smoking weed online with your McDonald's hat on, McDonald's gets wind of it. Guess what? You don't longer work at McDonald's.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're fired. You can't be in uniform doing dumb shit. You represent the company.
and that's the thing too, is where you do have to take responsibility to where take off your McDonald's hat before you smoke a blunt online. And why the fuck are you recording yourself smoking a blunt online? That's
People
the other
do
thing
it.
too,
It's
is
a fad, man.
snitching on yourself is not the move. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say.
Why
Is
did
I'm
you-
not
why
saying
did
that
you
I
do
know
that?
everything, but all I'm saying is snitching on yourself is not the move. And when you record yourself smoking weed online, when you record yourself, and
It's out there.
which weed's going to be legal soon.
Right.
Sidebar, I bought some stocks in some weed companies, man, and
Nice.
they're real low right now. Like there's one of them that's $6 and there's one of them that's 60 cents, man. I bought a couple.
Nice.
But listen, like if you record yourself doing something illegal and then put it out there, what the fuck are you doing in the first place? Because the biggest thing is stop snitching, all that stuff, and you're snitching on your goddamn self.
Right.
So just don't be stupid and record yourself doing illegal stuff, then put it online. And that's a tame example because there's people out there that fucking will record themselves raping someone and put it online.
Oof.
They'll record themselves beating the shit out of somebody
Right.
and upload it.
Yo, how we get
Like,
arrested? Like you just recorded what you did, and now you're lying about what happened. But
Yeah.
there's very fucking ocular proof out there
Hello.
flowing around. Like
Tremendous word for a watermelon.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bring it up tight. We got a couple in the bag. We got a goodie bag, watermelon bag.
No, but even like what was it? A month and a half ago, the people that are on Facebook Live, don't point that gun at me. No, it's not loaded. It's not loaded in the car. Remember?
Right. Oh yeah.
Don't point that gun. Boom. Stupid
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Right.
And if you don't think that, listen, man, like I'm not getting into the tinfoil hat situation. All I'm saying is that, like the other day, my mother had bought some seltzer.
Yep.
Bro, I did not buy the seltzer. I did not make a transaction for the seltzer.
Weren't even around
There
for
was
it.
some that she had from a cookout that she was having at her fiance's house. Brought some of it home. I'm drinking a seltzer. Boom, whatever. Literally 30 seconds later on my Instagram, there's an ad for fucking seltzer. And I'm like, yo. So if you don't
Who's watching?
Exactly. Like, it's real that your front and your back cameras on your fucking cell phone are on it
Listen,
all
man,
times.
What do you
So-
think? We think it's such a great tool to have the Google Maps and they're driving around getting locations. But, what is really being looked at? Who knows?
Exactly.
That always thing when they can't find somebody is like you can fucking see anything going on from a satellite. I'm pretty
Traffic
sure-
cameras?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
fuck
can
do you
find
think
them
those are
motherfuckers.
for?
Like when you let somebody go around loose in the streets because you don't want to put the time and money into actually finding a motherfucker, but you can if you really
Right.
wanted to. I'm
Hey,
pretty
you
sure.
know how I know that they could find everyone? Kill a cop. You're not getting away, bro.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
as soon as a fucking cop gets killed,
It's going down.
that blue
I don't know.
fucking swarm.
I don't know how many. That's a good thing to look up. How many
cop killers
cop
get away.
killers get away?
scot-free?
Right.
Yeah.
How many unsolved murders are on cops that are out there?
Yeah.
Probably not as many as there are in the streets. I know that much.
Yeah, exactly. Because as soon as a cop gets touched, people are own it.
Yeah, some motherfuckers are like, well, he got killed out there. He should live the life he lives. So, are we really going to put a lot of effort into it?
Exactly.
gotta have
We're putting
the-
manpower into this.
Yeah, you got to have people that are passionate. Like, there's cops that are passionate about finding people. You know what I mean? Like I work with a guy who's retired, and I could tell that when he was a detective, like, because he's about just and what's right. And I could tell that he was always about finding the people that did it. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
there's
dope.
certain thing that people have that's like they give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think when you have that kind of job, man, you gotta kind of give a shit. You know what I mean? If you
would
don't,
hope
you would
that
hope
somebody would.
You know, you would think so, but then you got people like, yeah, I just want a paycheck, man. Fuck these niggas.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's like, you know, it is what it is, man.
No, but I'm telling you, man, like don't snitch on yourself online because people are fucking watching, you know, and not even necessarily people, but your camera on your phone and all that other shit is watching. And
we're pinged. We're fucking. We walk around with GPS systems on us all day, man. They track us. They know if they want to find you, your name is linked up to that phone.
Yeah,
you're found. The guy living in the woods, in the mountains, off the grid is the only man safe.
for real. And yeah, and just don't record yourself doing something illegal, then put it online, and then go, somebody snitched on me. It was you. You are the person that snitched on yourself. So listen, man, we're coming up to the end in a couple minutes here, but all I want to say is if you want to snitch on yourself, give us a call at 203-594-6977. You can call or text.
Yep.
Let us know what crime you've committed that you would like to confess to. You know?
We'll treat this like a confession line. This is your confession line.
This is my confession.
Listen, we won't put your name out there. We won't put anything about you, but we'll just say XYZ just chimed in. If you have a confession you want to put out there, and we'll air it out for you. Maybe get it off your chest and let the world be out there. Let us talk about it. Let other people talk about it. Maybe you'll be able to heal.
For real.
You can heal people. Heal.
Sometimes, what they say back in the day, they're like, just, write a letter and then throw it away.
Throw it away. You got it out. You got it out.
You got it out of you.
Yeah. It's very therapeutic shit. This is what we're trying to give to y'all. Watermelon versus pumpkin. It's very therapeutic for y'all. We let it out. Let it out with us. Let us know.
For real. Yeah, man. If you got anything that you want to say, if you want to comment on it, if I talk too much about slavery, did I go too far? Let us know at 203-594-6977. That's a call or a text. Of course, it's free. When you call the number, nobody's going to pick up. You're going to hear an answering machine that lets you know that you hit the hotline and leave your message, man.
And if you think I didn't talk about it enough and I didn't have my people's back, let me know. I ain't shit. Call me a Sambo. It's cool. Whatever. Let me know. I'm here for y'all.
John Wilkes, Truth. So listen, once again, we appreciate you for watching us. If you're on this YouTube thing, episode 19 is popping. You can find us wherever you can find your friendly neighborhood podcasts on Apple, Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Overcast, wherever you can find the podcast, man. We'll be on there wherever you want to listen to it. What else? LeBron lost. So I just want, just to give me a 30-second.
Yeah,
LeBron lost the first
smoked.
game, man.
He got smoked. I think he's gassed out right now.
Yeah.
He's putting up 40 points a night. He's running he's running a toll right now.
I don't hate LeBron. All I want is it just to not be Golden State versus the Cavs in the fucking finals.
It's gonna probably be Golden State, but at least we beat Boston. That's different. That's different.
Golden State versus Boston, I would love, man. Just give me two different teams.
Right. Golden State's probably gonna win. They got too much firepower.
Yeah.
Shout out to Durant.
They do. But yeah, man, episode 19, we appreciate you joining us. Once again, my name is Lil Mattress, at Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on iTunes, on everything else, man. Once again, we appreciate you for watching. Click, like, subscribe, share, do things, say stuff.
Tell friends.
Tell them who you is.
I'm Young Pastry. Y-U-N-G. We throw O's away around here. Y-U-N-G, Young Pastry. Every social media site. Get me there because I'm out there baking. I got whisks. We're gonna do some taste tests coming up soon.
We stay with whisks.
Yeah, we're gonna do some taste tests.
For real. Once again, man, we appreciate you. Episode 19. And for the last time, that number is 203-594-6977.
Fade the black and white. And white. Unity.